And we're back, guys, to Quest 64. Um, if you are attentive, you might have noticed my HP, MP, and spirit power are slightly different than when you last saw me. As I said, I would, I did grind off screen a little bit. I didn't die. I just at some point got a little caught uh, out of position, I guess, and I had to use fresh bread. But other than that, no problem, no problem whatsoever. So I raised HP to 65 through using the staff a lot and taking hits. I definitely took hits, that's for sure. MP, I raised that through using my spells, spirits, elements, call them what you will. And well, I increased the wind to all the way to 10. I believe it was 8 when you guys last saw me. It's not a lot of increase, but it does help. And this is basically all I do is I'll just like move back for these guys. I'll just use like a spell that is inconsequential against them and just use my staff. Now, having 10 Wind Spirit, I did get new unlocks. So I still have my Wind Cutter level 2, of course. I have not reached anything on the 3rd level yet. But Wind Cutter level 2, we have Restriction, which can paralyze someone. We have Evade, which increases our agility to dodge uh, attacks that hit us, but increases the miss chance. And Silence, basically, it's a little like Restriction. Restriction would stop the movement, but they could still cast spells. They could still hit you in melee if you're close enough. Silence, they'll stop the spells. They'll stop the elements. So if they still have movement, and they could still hit you with a physical attack in melee if they have one. If they don't, that's it. They could move, but they're not going to be able to do anything. So in this case, I mean, I can try to show you Silence. Silence never lasts long either, but again, when you increase your spirit power, there's more chances of it sticking, and there's more chances of it staying longer too. So let's show you Silence. Yep, it's a big red X to say, hey, you, stop talking. So basically, yeah, just dodge around, dodge and weave, and hit him with the staff. Bam. Generally one hit kill. Yeah. If it is ever not a one hit kill, I'd kill them on the next go. There's a, most likely they'll hit me with like a water pillar or something, but it's never too much damage. Okay, 3 kobolds. That's what got me out of position last time, because I was stuck against a tree at some point, trying to outflank them. It did not go well. Okay, so I'll try to take out the right one. Long range, rock level 2 is still the best option I have. Here, I wonder if I can catch both of these. Probably. But that gets me closer to them. Yeah, I hit both. Nice. Of course, he hits. But I also do a lot of damage in staff range. So now that guy's dead. Let's see if I can back up and at least evade the other kobold's fireball. Go as far as possible. So he has, because they have collision with each other, he has to go around his kobold friend. Right. Okay. There we go, both hit. Okay, so not good enough, but whatever. Okay, one's dead. And I'm gonna finish you off with the staff. It is recommended. Oh, hello. More wind. Okay, nothing new. It is recommended when you can, and you know it's most likely going to be fatal to them, go in for the staff kill. killing with the staff or knocking them out or whatever, if you don't like the word kill, um, it doesn't give more XP, but when you hit with a staff, it will give you more XP towards your next HP point. So if you can do that and kill them at the same time, and take them out if you prefer, um, you're assured you're not going to get any drawbacks. So you might as well. Alright. Ooh, 666. And he can't hit me from this distance. And I can kill him because he's much bigger. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying kill him. Sorry guys, they're monsters, okay? They're not people. Okay, and now I can showcase you the other one. Like, we did silence, didn't really work. I showed you restriction in the last episode, didn't really work. Evade is a buff on ourselves. And you can see the little icon, edgy up, for agility up. And really all that does is increases the miss chance on enemies' attacks if they were to hit you. But if you dodge them outright, that's even better. There we go. So yeah, the reason you want to focus your staff a little bit is the more you hit with it, the more your HP will go up. You get HP XP as you use your staff more. And you definitely want to start early to raise your HP. I mean, it increases your max HP. Why would you not? Eventually, other things will raise your max HP as well. You know, fights do, in a sense, like when you take damage. This one missed, so I don't think, like the fireball. Okay, I can't see. I'm gonna guess I'm okay. Yeah. The fireball missed me. Like, it hit, but missed. So that's the advantage of agility. So yeah, I'm unable to dodge it because I'm too close. Like, physically dodge it, but with the stats I have, I was able to. Like, it missed because my agility is high enough, I guess. It's a low percentage chance, but if it happens, it happens, and I'm not complaining at all. Less damage, right? Though, because it missed, it doesn't do damage, so it doesn't increase your defense and doesn't increase your HP that way. Yeah, here. So, you know, HP, defense, agility. Now we got like 16 in agility. 9 defense, so that helps. And, oh yeah, we just got a point of MP. I didn't even realize. That's why it's at 0. And this is pretty much the same. It just goes up slowly the more you kill enemies. Okay, is there any more element back here? Nope. And, of course, don't forget to heal when you can, but full health. Okay. This is a common group of enemies when we're on this side of the forest path. The right path, I showed last episode. It leads to a wooden gate, which lets you leave the forest. But as we learned from the citizen of Donderon, the robber has locked it somehow, and we cannot do anything despite our powerful magic. We cannot do anything to unlock it and leave through it. So we have to go deal with the robber. Robber's at the end of the other path, of course. So that's why we're going out here. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to die on the next one. Yep. Like, they have a set HP of sorts, which unless you do like 1 point of damage as a test, you can never pinpoint on a couple fights. It was gonna take a lot longer to really get it down. I guess there's got to be bestiaries online to figure out exactly how much they got, but hey, this is back in the day where our internet was not rampant. It was not everywhere. It was not in every home. So you had to make do. Either you learn to get an idea of how much it is, such as I think it's about 4 casts of Windcutter level 2 to kill him, depending on the misses, of course. This is like right now, I think I missed on every cast, like once. But yeah. Ooh, a silver amulet. Which does Protective Talisman. Increases defense 1.5 times. Well, that's going to be good in a boss fight. So yeah, if there's only the frog, because now it's the usual common group. Yeah, all 3. It's kind of rough to see right now. I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, I don't even know which one I hit. Okay, sorry about that. Damn it. So depending, that's why I prefer Windcutter a lot. Like, as we saw, when it was just a one-on-one against the frog, like, one missed almost every time, every cast, but I still got damage in, so on average, that's what will come out, I think. On average, against the frog one-on-one, 4 casts of Windcutter is enough to kill it. Probably 3 if you don't get misses, but because you need to expect misses in your calculation. Yeah, whatever. And in this case, I'll be fine. I think it's technically 2 if all 3 hit with a lot of damage, but because there's an average damage as well when you do hit, it can be up to 3. But I think, yeah, 2. Okay, now it's time to heal. So yeah, barring internet to tell you exactly like, oh wait, how much HP did this have? What's exactly its weakness? What is this? What is that? In these times, in these dark times of no internet, the trick was just learning. You just had to learn patterns and such. Figure out for your own. Because whoever made these guides, well, nowadays they could easily look at the code of the games to figure that out. But back then, you had people who actually played the game just like this, like it's intended, and really documented everything. And that was kind of impressive. People could figure out even like, okay, what is their dodge rate or whatever? Could they, like, what is the mischance on this guy with this attack or whatnot? It's really impressive. I'm not thinking like we should do that much. Just like, okay, so it's about that much HP, and they are weak to this element, and most importantly, they attack using these spells. It's that to me is the most important bit, because this allows you to, ooh, we got a new enemy now. Knowing what the enemy attacks with is your main weapon. That's how you figure out how to not necessarily counteract them, but work around and manage to dodge like this. Understand the enemy is what I'm trying to say. You need to understand the enemy to better defeat them. Okay, so yeah, so you can get a closer look at it, a better look. This thing, it doesn't really move. It's a plant. It's stuck in the ground. Big ass rose. And it's weak to wind, it seems like. Like we have a lot of, and it healed itself. Nice. We have a lot of wind power when it hits, anyway. So if it heals, we can definitely outdo the damage. Like it heals by 5, and there we go. That was 8, 8, and 6, so 22 damage. So we did 17 damage past what it healed. So don't worry about the heal. It's not too big of a deal. Okay, here let's just do an evade. Whatever helps, right? And this still counts as a spell used for MP consumption and MP experience. So you might as well. Yeah. So that's a thing I really like to do. This is why I think I really enjoyed this game. Is you have to figure out the enemy. That's why I like to do it on my own as well. Like you figure out the enemy, you figure out the game, right? It's like learning a regular game, right? Learning a platformer, say like Mario. You learn that you can move forward, you can move faster if you run, you can jump, whatever. All the basic controls, you learn them in the first few levels. And nothing changes much afterwards. There's different obstacles that you have to deal with, different timing. Yeah, staff him. Bam. Oh, didn't kill. Well, whatever. I can staff him again. Yeah, different obstacles in Mario that rise up. So it's not always the same thing you gotta do. Like it's not the same timing jump, so they give you a variety. But it boils down to basic mechanics anyway. Ooh, 12. This finally unlocks Windcutter level 3. Now you'll feel the power of the wind. Well, they will anyway. Ooh, and 69 HP. Look at that. Okay. And what's over here? Nothing. So, I always get turned around in the forest. Yeah, and the map is still the map of the Holy Plain, I think. In the top left it says. Or Holy Plan. That's weird. Probably Holy Plain. Yeah, it doesn't show the forest map specifically. So it's kind of hard. Sometimes you get turned around easily. There is a compass, but who pays attention to that? Okay. It's not going to do the best damage to these guys, but... yeah, there you go. See? How much better that is all of a sudden? And now that's on par with the stone that does 11. Right? Or 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. As long as they hit, right? So that was another 9. So it's still a bit weaker. But the opposite thing is it's a lot safer. We didn't get hit once. Well, technically there was one hit that technically hit us, but it was a miss. These guys. The problem, however, is it takes a lot more MP. But if you stand far enough, you can probably take out... if you focus fire, like I'll try to take out the right one. If you focus fire enough, yeah, that was 10 on him, you might be able to take out one before they even get in range for you. And before you run out. See, they're pretty close now. I was able to dodge it because it was too far out. Yeah, killed it. Okay, so now I'm starting to get hit, but now they're close enough that I might be able to do a rock on both of them. tactics, as I say. You need to learn the enemy, but you need to learn yourself. What do your spells do? What they work? How do they work? Right? Okay. And staff. See, now I'm not scared of facing one. Like, I know his damage output with that spell is not that bad because we have better defense and because we have the knowledge that we know what kind of damage he does, right? And doing that allows us to... Am I going backwards? Could have sworn I saw a spirit somewhere near a tree. Near the end of the path, like a curve. What's going on with that? Anyway, so the more you know how to work your spells, and the more you know how to work around the enemy's spells, like here, the better off you'll be. So that's the part I really liked about this game. But this can apply to many other games too. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, let's try and give a little bit on this side too. Yeah, it goes through the tree just as it does for us. Okay, now they're all pretty low. Ow. And they're kind of aligned, so I might be able to do a rock. Hit at least 2, maybe 3. We'll see. 2. Oh, I thought that was too far. Okay, whatever. Look at that. I was able to kill 2 with one rock. 2 kobolds, 1 stone, right? And finish you off. That way I have some MP to heal. Okay. There's nothing around here. I swear I saw freaking... Okay, I'm confused. I'll just go south and we'll see what happens. Ah, over there. Okay, yeah. I did go backwards a little bit. See, now we're getting these guys again. Or this guy again. So, analyze your enemy, right? It's a... Like in this case, it's a plant. He won't move much. He might be able to, but if he does, his movement range is going to be really low. And he's getting wrecked by a 3rd level windcutter. Like on average, against that guy anyway, they seem to do 6 to 8, so average of 7, I guess. For every single one of them. And I believe there's 6. And now they're going to do even more. And now we have unlocked a large cutter by doing 2 wind and 1 fire. Which, I guess I was wrong before. I always thought you needed, for healing, for example. I always thought, speaking of, almost forgot. But I always thought you needed the earth. Guess not. Guess it's really just into the element. In this case, the starting element. In this case, water. But turns out having rock level 2, which is for earth spirit, really helped us out against the kobolds. So it's not that bad of an investment anyway. I don't care about you. I'll just finish this guy off. Yeah. There we go. See? Now it's getting a lot easier to traverse this this forest. So we just came from there. We're going south still. Bah. Only 1. Well, you won't last long. And you're too far. You can't hit me with your fireball. Nice. Oh, I guess you can. Okay, well in that case, I will showcase the large cutter. Large cutter is slightly shorter range, and you'd think like, oh, okay, so it's going to be 1 big cutter, right? And it's only level 1. Right? It doesn't have a level 2 or 3. This is the max amount of spirit you can infuse into a spell. The thing is, this one does not home in. It just goes straight out. Like that. And it does damage, but 15 is not all that much. In this case, staff. Yeah. 15 is not a lot of damage. So, I do believe like that's equal to 2 regular wind cutters at level 3. 2 of the little discs. So it's still better to do that. It's the same MP cost anyway. I mean, as long as it doesn't miss, it's about the same. And no, I do not want to escape. I want to kill these guys. I want my experience. Alright. This time it was probably just too low for him to handle it. For the fireball to hit me. Because while they do travel left to right, pretty good. Up, down, slightly different. Same for the stone, right? The stone starts above Brian's head. But if there's a hill, it's going to stop a lot earlier than it normally would. No matter. We can take him out. Oh, and we've hit 70 HP. Cool. Alright. So these starting enemies, when you end up playing the same game a lot, you always learn practically by heart the first few steps of the game, whatever game it is. For example, like again, Mario, right? You'll almost always know what happens on the first stage. Those who have played it. Because you keep restarting from there whenever you start a new game, or if you die, game over, right? You start back there. So that bit is the bit that ends up being more practiced and almost mechanically learned, I would say. Oh, we're full on everything. Okay, let me show you something else regarding the large cutter. The advantage with a large cutter is, yes, there's only one, but it cuts through. It is a cutter, after all. So it can hit multiple. If there's only one target, it's not really worth, but in this case, see, I hit 3 in a row. That's a lot more damage output than my level 3 cutters. So that's the advantage it has over that one. If you were wondering, why would you ever use that spell? Well, there you go. If I could just not miss, that'd be great. But, hey, I've got another way to not miss. See? And this guy's gonna come in. And now at this point, it's like the wind cutter is, I believe, is stronger than even like, but the large one is stronger than my water pillar level 2. It's about the same. It's about the same. But for 1 extra MP, you have a lot more reach. Like, it's still not great on the wide part, but it's still a lot more depth to your spell. Okay. We have a... Oop, I passed it. 14 wind. Yeah, doesn't add any new spells, but it does give us more damage output. Okay. And this is an iron gate. Are we ready to face this? I don't know. I think we should keep this for next time. What do you guys think? Because this might take a long time. So, yeah. Let's call the episode here. It was a good episode. I got to explain pretty much the basic mechanics of the game. You need to learn, of most games, you need to learn how the monsters are. You need to learn what they do. You need to learn how to avoid them. This guy, like, unless I'm right up in his grill, he's not gonna hit me ever. He just heals. So, go ahead and abuse your wind cutters. Because out of the damage I did, that was 5 hits. I think there's 6 cutters though at level 3. That was 5 hits. Times 7 is 35, and you can only heal 5, so you're always insured to do 30 more damage than you can heal, so that's ridiculous. So it's always the same about every monster. When you reach new areas and you get new monster types, take the time. Don't rush through. Take the time. Take a few battles in a safe spot to learn the patterns of your enemies. Figure out, okay, which element is strong against them, and that will make it a lot easier to go forward later. Anyway, on that, it's time to close the episode. Thanks for watching Quest 64, and we'll see you next time.